For the University of Laverne's women's volleyball team, the 2012 regular season ended on a high note. The women swept Claremont College, winning 3-0. But for the three seniors on the team, the wins were bittersweet. They marked the end of a long and tumultuous journey that tested their spirit, challenged their commitment, and brought them together as lasting friends. Randy Taylor-Tomei, Katie Logan, and Kendall Kreis started their journey together as freshmen after being recruited by then head coach Don Flora. Flora had created a family environment and winning tradition that made the girls excited to play on his team. But soon after the girls had made the choice to play for him, he left.
I was really upset. It was decided before my senior year of high school started I was coming to Laverne to play for Don. So that was hard to swallow.
The vibe was definitely low. The girls were frustrated naturally and questioning a lot of what was going to happen next, and rightfully so. They were left in the dark for a long time about where the program was heading.
Flora had taken the Leopards to the NCAA championship the previous year, and under him, Laverne won Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and National Collegiate Athletic Association championships. He had created a program that was used to winning, and his successor, a man named Marlon Sano, had pretty big shoes to fill.
He had Olympic experience, he had Division I experience. He was very well respected in the volleyball world.
What was your initial impression of Marlon?
The first encounter in the office was memorable, to say the least. He was kind of just like, "You're Katie." Like he gave a look that he wanted like nothing to do with me.
There was a lot of times where we were kind of lost in translation a little bit with Marlon. He was trying to say the right things, they just weren't conveying the right way to the players, and that's where a lot of the discrepancies were. Initially, I totally agreed with everything he was saying, and he was really intense and to the point of how he wanted to change the program and what he wanted to do.
He was a screamer, a yeller screamer, very intense, cuss words left and right. He would silence a gym during games with his timeouts and his raging, yelling timeouts.
The ongoing battle between the players and Marlon continued into their sophomore year. The team had inadvertently violated SCIAC rules and were forced to practice 21 days without a head coach midway through their season. The problems just kept piling up.
We wanted to enjoy going up to the gym and seeing our coaches and being in practice. We wanted that back because that's what Division III athletics is all about. You're not getting paid to go up and practice, to work out in the weight room, to play in games. Like, you have to be there because you enjoy it, and we had lost that.
I was definitely uncertain going into my junior year if I was going to continue playing just because of that reason. I didn't feel like it was what I was supposed to do. I just kind of decided to give it another shot. I just didn't really want to let them down.
In their sophomore season, the girls went 19-11, and by the end of the year, Coach Sano said goodbye, leaving them again without a head coach.
The team wasn't getting along with him. We didn't like being around him. We didn't want to be around him.
We were relieved that we were going to get another fresh start and someone that would probably be hopefully a better fit for our program.
But it also meant more uncertainty.
There was just so much that we didn't know, so I think everyone was just a little bit concerned and nervous about what we were going to be getting after having such a rocky 2 years.
In a strange twist of fate, the coach that had lost out to the coaching position to Marlon was now given the job. Jenna Pinetier came in with a new approach and an appreciation for what the girls had been through.
She understood our struggle, and she understood where the program had been and what we've been through the past couple years.
She was very compassionate and understanding of kind of the broken state that we were in.
Pinetier had coached a Division I team. She knew the league and knew how to turn things around for Laverne.
Wherever she was able to build a program and be successful with those programs. But I think what's even greater about Jenna is the person that she is and what she can bring to the young people in our program.
She sticks to it. She wants you to stick to her system, and she wants you to believe in her system, and that works for Laverne. That's what we need.
So then you guys went 17-12 that season. Was that something that you guys had expected? Was it something that was a little bit frustrating?
It was definitely frustrating, but I think it reflected the way that we practiced and the way that we took on the new coaching staff.
Obviously, we're going to expect more wins, but we also knew that just having a coaching change wasn't going to band-aid the problems that were already within the program.
But just a season later, the women were able to bring Laverne volleyball back to where it was, making it into the NCAA tournament, led by the three girls that started this journey together 3 years ago.
When we made it, we were all crying and really excited and just relieved that we made it back to where Laverne belongs.
Just having old players and old parents and old supporters of Laverne to come in and see what the program was like now, and having them come to you after games and just saying like, this is the Laverne volleyball that we remember. It was just a good feeling to know that we had a part in, bringing it back kind of from the dead in a sense. So it was a good feeling.
For Katie, Kendall, and Randy, playing Laverne volleyball has been a long and tough journey, filled with challenges and finally reward. It was an experience they would not have been able to endure without each other.
The way that we worked together, the way that we, meshed and our personalities went together worked perfectly. And I think that we all knew it was important for us to stay together and stick through it, through the hard times.
Almost took Cifuentes back. They got to get it over, and they do. Here's Laverne. And can they get it over? Oh, they barely did. Jones with the heads-up play there. Price went for the dunk.
She did it again.
And she was able to do it.